Oh, I, so I was, hi everyone, it's Cygnus, and welcome back to another episode of All the Magic. I went to bed going to do a little skit because I've been gone for a month, but when I woke up, I was not in my house. Duh. Okay. And, well, that was weird. Anyways, it's been over a month. And the video that I uploaded on Monday is from early February, so it's not exactly up to date because this place is overgrown some, and there are werewolves now. In fact, there's a lot of new things because we have updated. So we have moved up from, I think it was version 2.2.1 up to 2.2.7, which so far between all those updates adds like Create Plus and Create Deco, Hexarray, Undergarden, Werewolves, Mahosakai, which we'll get into, Abnormals, Delight, a bunch of new quests and general updates, and just a long list of bug fixes, a couple of which we've encountered. Honestly, there's just so many things that have been added, and we'll get into all of them at some point, but right now, we were doing Create last time, and I would just like to apologize for the long delay. Life just sort of happened, and I didn't have the time or the energy to record these episodes, but we will be getting back into it, and I've got some more things in the pipeline, and we've got some lag. That's great. But I've got some more things in the pipeline other than just these longer running mod series. I'm hoping to do some stuff with other content creators, and we'll just see where that goes. But first and foremost, we need to get some stuff for Create because there's some cool tools I want to make, and the only thing that I've done is gotten this to just always run from the Nether using a little thing called chunk loading. So I can, if I want, hold shift and click a chunk and it will force load it. A force loaded chunk will always be loaded, so even if I'm not there, the chunk that's in the Nether pulling lava is always running. Is that a good thing? No, because it will eventually drain the entire Nether. But it won't do that as long as this tank remains full. If I add more tanks, it'll drain more lava. Right now though, we've got this little thing set up. This is just a very simple system using one of these mechanical pumps, which I didn't mention in the last video. You do need the mechanical pump to pull things to and from. It's very important, and without it, everything just falls apart. But there's a mechanical pump under here, pulling it over, fluid pipe up, and there's a spout. What's going to go underneath this? Well, we're going to get that really quick, but first I do want to cover, there's a lot of extra things that have been added, a lot of quests that have been changed. Farming for wizards is apparently going to be a thing. We have more stuff about enchanting. Mahosakai is going to be crazy. Hexarray is always cool. Occultism got an update, Psi got an update, Mana and Artifice got a lot of updates. All of these mods have gotten updates that is going to make everything just so much better for us. And we will get into all of that eventually, because we're not done with this series yet, even though it is episode 21, and I still don't have an All the Magic Star. But we'll get there, I promise. Okay, so to make the blaze cake that I need to make the other things, we are first going to need to compact some stuff, including cinder flour. What is cinder flour? Very easy to obtain. It's just netherrack thrown through a grinder. So we'll grab ourselves some netherrack. I think I have some. And we're going to run over here. We'll have to turn off our lava, otherwise that's going to be a problem. So we can just turn off that little airflow. We'll just pull it now, which is fine. And we're going to put some netherrack going through that. Actually, we don't even need to. Actually, yeah, we don't need to do it this way, because this way is slow. Let's do it the fun way, which is just chuck it directly in. There we go. I have a magnet. There we go. Pull that off. There we go. It's grinding. It's going to grind for a minute. It's going to take a little bit. Let's just hope it doesn't pull it directly into the lava. I don't think that airflow is that strong, but should be fine. This will take a second. While we're waiting on that, once we have compacted things into a blaze cake base, then we need to pour lava on it. And this is just a very simple system right here. You can see everything in here. It provides it fills the thing that's set underneath it, which I think is called a basin, but depot. So we just get a depot down there, and that'll make the blaze cakes that we need. Once we've compacted all the stuff into the blaze cakes. Hi, Marcos. You are still here. Why? Okay, so we need to make that depot, which the depot shouldn't be too difficult to make if I recall. I think I've already made one once before, so we might actually have one upstairs. I think we do, because it's used for the compactor. So let's run up and see real quick. So I think we definitely have a depot. Yeah, it's this. That's the depot. Now, let's just double check one extra thing. Blaze cake. Okay, so we do need to compact this in a cauldron thing instead. And so we'll just move some things around real quick. And get that and that. If we place that there, that should be able to compact into what we need. And we will take this depot over to our spout. Now, there's nothing there now, so it shouldn't start flowing and just pouring lava everywhere. That would be very inconvenient. It should just be fine. Okay, we got our cinder flour. Now, all we need is our sugar and eggs. Now, for the eggs, I set up, I think in between episodes, a chicken hatchery right there, some sheep, and some cows, because we'll need milk eventually, because there's some food mods that we can get into, but later. So let's go ahead and grab our sugar. We got plenty of it. And let's go grab some eggs. They should have made at least a few. They've been sitting here. Oh, you know what? I think they've made enough eggs. Astonish. Hey guys, there's a few of them in there. Okay, so now we just need to head upstairs and get all these things compacted into a blaze cake. No heating is required. It's very easy to do. And there we go. And it's going to smush it up. We just got that quest, apparently. Must be a new quest. Let's go see, actually. Oh, yeah. Bunch of new quests going on. But that's going to compact, and once it's done, we will have a stack of blaze cakes, and we can go ahead and throw in another batch to compact. We don't need it right now. But we're going to go down, and we're going over. And now it's time to make these blaze cakes into something. So we'll put those down. It's just going to start pumping out blaze cakes. See? Just that easy. Now, unfortunately, the lava flow that I currently have going is phenomenally slow. I need to definitely speed it up. But we have 4 blaze cakes, which is a lot more than we need right this minute, because we are going to start moving this way. Yeah, we're finally going this direction. Now we need polished rose quartz, powdered obsidian, and glowstone dust. All of that's super easy to do, and we superheat it, and then we'll get chromatic compound, which we're going to need to make one more thing, which will then be used to make the really funky cool tools at the end of create. So let's go and grab our obsidian dust. We have obsidian ingots. If we need to crush them, we can crush them real quick. I could have sworn we had it though. Let's double check. Glowstone, rose quartz. Okay, we can get the rose quartz right here, and we can get the glowstone dust right here. And do we really just not have powdered obsidian? That's upsetting. Okay, let's grab ourselves some obsidian, and I think we need to make that, unless they've changed it. It's actually worth checking. Powdered obsidian. Somewhere here. Obsidian. That's probably easier. Powdered obsidian. Yeah, okay, so we can just crunch it now. It used to be a little bit harder in the version that I was using. Now you can just crunch it. Before I had to do a bunch of blood magic, and that was weird. Okay, let's just crunch up a whole stack. Let's see why not. There we go. Okay. We will be right back once that is done. Alright, so we got that powdered obsidian. I went ahead and made some small changes over there just to get things going a little bit better. But with the powdered obsidian, we can now do some superheating and get ourselves some chromatic compounds. So we have everything we need in our inventory. Go and break this up and get that out. Okay, so let's just be absolutely sure about this. Don't want to make any mistakes. 3 glowstone dust, 3 powdered obsidian, and the polished rose quartz. So we have polished rose quartz, and we have glowstone dust, and we have powdered obsidian, and most importantly, the blaze cake. So we're gonna set this on top here. We're going to superheat her, and we're gonna just chuck all these in. Doesn't have to be precise. And that's going to stir it up. We're gonna get ourselves some chromatic compound, which we're going to do a little funky magic to turn it into refined radiance. Now we don't know how to do that, but here's a little secret. I know how to do that. It's pretty easy. So we have our chromatic compound, so we're actually only going to turn half of this into the other thing that we need. Just for now, we'll make more chromatic compound. But it's actually a very simple process. We just come over here, we're going to split this stack, we're going to throw it in there. Bam, there it is. That's what we need. Isn't that fancy? Refined radiance. Now, if you're wondering what refined radiance does, it does a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. It does a lot of very good things for us. Most importantly, we can make a wand of symmetry. There's also radiant casing, which we use for some other things. I'm not sure what just yet, but I know we definitely use them. But we can make the wand of symmetry. The wand of symmetry, it's just so useful for building because it allows us to essentially line up a small area, and if we place over here, it places over here. Now, I don't know why I'm telling you about that, because I'm about to make it. Because it just requires glass, brass, refined radiance, and obsidian. So, let's go ahead and head down, grab ourselves, I think we still have obsidian in our inventory somewhere. Oh, we do not. Okay, grab a bit of obsidian. Let's grab some glass. I think any glass works. We'll try it with stained glass, and if that doesn't work, then I'll just move on, I guess. But let's get the wand of symmetry. So, and we need brass, which we have. So we can probably just, nope, it requires a specific color of glass, it looks like. Let me see if I can just dye this. That would just be easier. Nope, okay. Then we will make some new glass. That's perfectly fine. Okay, I don't need all of that glass, I'll be honest. And right, it needs to be white, so take that. And how do we make white glass? I'm completely forgetting. Wand of symmetry coming right up. And where is it? There it is. Bam. The wand of symmetry. And we'll just throw a bowl out. I need to organize my inventory. It's getting messy. Okay, so the wand of symmetry is a amazing, wonderful tool. And it's just, I cannot express how amazing this tool is. The easiest way to explain is to show you. Now just clear out a little area, and I'm going to show you what this does. I'm going to put one there. And now it's going to reflect across this axis. Place something there. Oh, would you look at that? So I can do real funky stuff like that. And that is, I cannot express to you how actually crazy useful that is going to be for some of the things that we have planned. If we're going to be building a massive shape, essentially, in the ocean, and trying to do that twice on, or 2 full semicircles is hard. And with this, we don't need to do that. And we can even do some funky stuff with it. So say we want to mirror it in some extra ways. We can do that if we really want to. I just can't remember how. Like that. So we can do a little funky trick like that, and bam, circles. How you like them circles? Now, we're not going to do anything with it just yet. Unfortunately, this is just proof of concept, essentially. Now, I am not oh, that's wrong. I am completely forgetting how to remove things with the, what's the controls? Removes, there we go, okay. So, we're going to be doing some funky stuff with this pretty soon, but right now, there's nothing that we really need to do with it. We just wanted to make some chromatic compound, and we're also going to make some shadow compound, which, oh, we're back here. Duh, I don't like this. Oh no. The abyss is horrifying. I don't want to be here. Just leave. Come on. Pull me back. Wake up. Just wake up. Just wake up. I know there's something coming. It has to be. Okay. Oh god. Okay, so that's something to look forward to in the future. Finding out why I keep falling asleep and waking up in the deep dark, or the upside down, I guess. Well, it's the abyss, but I don't like that. Starting to feel like I'm in an episode of Stranger Things. Probably be getting into that sooner than I'd like. Especially if I want to avoid it. But anyways, we were actually doing something. My levels are gone. Dang it. I need to dimension switch real fast. Sometimes you can lose your levels if you swap dimensions too quickly. This was just one of those situations, but got them back. We're going to head over to the end because we need to throw some of this stuff into the void. And the easiest way to do that is to go to our mob farm. Easiest and safest. Hello, mob farm. Okay, we have flight. And let's think. Just need to drop ourselves down. Let's watch our Z very carefully. I think we can now just throw that down. Yep, there we go. And we'll fly back up and not fall to our death. But now we have that compound, which, let's go ahead and pull open this book. We have Shadow Steel, which has a couple of uses, but none of them that are currently available except making shadow casing, which doesn't do anything just yet. But same for radiant casing. Right now, the only things that have use are the Wand of Symmetry, and there are still a few mechanisms that we haven't used, such as the mechanical arm, which we can actually build an arm for us to wear, but we'll get to that a little later. There's a bunch of things we need to do first. I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and coming up, we're going to be getting into Mahosakai, we're going to be going to the Abyss. There's going to be a lot of things going on in this world that it's really going to get very cool very fast. And among those, we're going to need to start finding the All the Modium and Unobtainium ores so that we can get into the end game of this whole mod pack. Some of that including making little totems that allow us to track ores, which we're going to need to track those really, really rare ones. But I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, bye-bye.